Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII on the Mysterious JG. I'm starting to think that the end game is going to be easy as pie, but these two super bosses, I don't know, guys. The thing that this game has that is very different from Final Fantasy XIII and Final Fantasy 13-2 is this New Game Plus system, where it's intended that they try to put in content that you really aren't going to use until a second playthrough. And if you play through the game again on the same difficulty level you already beat it, you get reduced quest rewards, but you still get quest rewards. And you don't level up in this game by just grinding against monsters. So we really are going to reach a point where it's like, I might not be strong enough to fight the super bosses. They might just be meant for you to do on New Game Plus. And like Tales of Vesperia had that mechanic, and I got around it by just being crazy over leveled. But I don't know. We might not be able to do it here. At any rate, I'm gonna look at total hours played and try to find the correct. It's oh, it is here. That's right. This thing thinks it's 2005. Autosave data, and then a manually saved data. 86, 86. I think this is going to be it. So it is a little more annoying to find the right save slot now because the dates are messed up, but this is us. Last time, folks, we were trying to find some guy in the Warrens to do a side quest. A memento of lost love in a life that never changes. The pain of losing your family never fades, never mellows. Every day it is exposed anew like a wound not allowed to heal. For one lonely little girl, the only thing that kept this pain at bay was the doll her mother left her. In my mind, I see Sarah again clutching at her stuffed animals as if they could somehow replace the warmth and love that died with our parents. That's pretty dark. But that isn't really how it works. I mean, it's very sad for a little girl to lose her parents and then never grow up. But like the idea that like has she been like ignored by the adults in the community for hundreds of years? Like nobody has taken it upon themselves to look after this little girl. I don't know. I guess if people aren't aging and their minds aren't, I'm thinking about this way too hard. But like children grow. It's not just the physical body growing, although it does. The brain develops further, but they also gain experiences and stuff. These things where like people don't advance in age make a lot more sense. Like I've seen worlds like sci-fi world building where people stop growing at a certain age. They never die of old age. They reach like a maturity and then they stay there, and there are no children. But the idea of people being stuck in permanent childhood is a little bit tougher to wrap your head around. Anyway, here's a brand new quest. Let's see what's going on here.
Hey, look! It's the Savior! I've been waiting for you!
Alric?
What? How did you...
Come on, Micah! You know I... Huh? Wait, you're not her?
Ulrich, what do you think you're doing accosting strangers like that?
There's only like 10 people in this whole city, Mom.
I'm sorry. Forgive him.
Oh, innocent
My
one.
son
I don't
mistook you for
remember
our dear
reading
Miss
this,
Micah. It must have been the hair. Hers was
I remember
exactly
reading about
the
this
same
quest in
color.
the list of side
Right.
quests.
Easy mistake to make.
Miss Micah is
I am
beloved
dressed
by
as some
our
kind of
god
weird
Benevalta.
chaos goddess, so I
What
probably
with
look
the
like all your
rose-colored hair,
friends.
some even speculate that she could be the chosen one. The Savior.
That's because Micah heard the voice of God. She told me!
Before she was
The
murdered.
savior with rose-colored hair, huh?
Sounds pretty neat.
Yes. Dear Miss Micah. She is a wonderful young woman. Always coming to the aid of the sick and ailing. Like myself.
What about that dead guy in the background?
Ages
Is
for
she
the
gonna help
next
him?
visit. I thought you were her.
I have a
Were
feeling
you
Miss Micah
expecting her
is
to come again
dead.
soon?
Uh-huh, and guess what else? She even promised us she would bring a phantom rose for us next time she came.
Oh, Phantom Roses.
It's a
I got that
crimson-colored
item.
flower very similar to a rose, but while everyone knows of it, no one's ever actually seen one. They're said to never wither or die.
If it's crimson colored and similar to a rose, is it a rose?
They maintain their life and beauty forever.
Way better
Flower
than
that
you.
never dies. It's no wonder no one's ever found one.
Because it's bullshit.
You're not easily fooled, are you? Yes, the Phantom Rose is nothing more than a fairy tale told to children.
You know, when I correctly identify things as fairy tales, everyone laughs and tells me that I'm not easily fooled. This is
But
how it
this is
goes.
what Micah said when she left. I'll bring you the legendary flower that no one believes can be found. So don't you give up on hope. Keep living. As you can see, I don't have much time left. But when
I
she
mean, you
told
might
me
just
to
have
go
a
on
bad
living,
call. I can't see
I
that.
wanted to hold on, just so I wouldn't let her down.
Fake savior lady.
Fake news! There's something to be said for not wanting to, like, part of not wanting to die when you get sick is the sense that other people will be let down. I don't want to make this all dark, but like, yeah, that was a thing I experienced during chemo. Like, I felt really compelled to tell people who were checking in on me that I was feeling okay, or oh, it's not that bad, and like, I think I partially willed myself to get through things by wanting to not worry people who would be worried about me. I'm not talking. And if you're one of those people, good. That's fine. I'm not trying to like cheapen your feelings, but no, I meant people in my real world life, not internet acquaintances primarily. But yeah, like the idea, internet acquaintances too. I'm getting into a dark area. The point I'm trying to get at is there's something to be said about if you're looking for reasons to fight, not wanting to let people around you down or make them feel like you quit is a perfectly legitimate thing to draw strength from. That's what I'm trying to
If
get
you
to.
see the real Micah around, tell her that she better not forget her promise to me, okay?
You lying fake savior,
Alec, who
poor.
taught you it was okay to be rude to others?
You did, but then you forgot because of your sickness. Arose by any other name, by the wall of wealth, down in the warren, lightning encounters a young boy called. Yeah, I have this already. A young boy called Alric. I got it from like that ghost. However, it's not Lightning he wants to speak to, it's a lookalike called Micah, who he believes is the real savior. Micah has promised to bring the boy and his mother a legendary flower, known as Phantom Rose, but Micah is a fraud, and it's up to the Lightning to deliver on the promise. She did talk about how she was a fraud, because she wasn't the
Sure,
real
kid.
savior.
I'll tell her not to forget about your flower.
Thanks.
Actually, I'll give it
You're
to you.
alright for a fake.
Fake enormous. The annoying blue dude. Yeah, in like 20 years when Bobo spontaneously has time to watch this Let's Play, he's gonna love that.
The Phantom Rose that Micah left behind. It must have been meant for that boy and his sick mother. Micah intended to keep her promise right up to the end. Ulrich and Marcia deserve to know that.
It's a savior-looking lady again. You're back.
You
Better
wouldn't be
than
talking to me
ever.
like that if you knew what I'd been up to. I'll have you know I've been to see your real savior.
Also, I've done all the mainline quests and now have time for your boring side quests.
I have some bad news. Micah won't be coming to see you anytime soon. She had to leave on a long journey.
To the next
She didn't have much
dimension.
choice in the matter.
But
She went to the Shadow Realm.
She did give me this, though, to give to you.
You give Albrecht the Phantom Rose. We can't animate that,
is this
though.
what I think it is? A phantom rose? Awesome! Mom, look at this! It's the flower, and it's real!
I can't see it because I just died.
Breathtaking. A legendary flower that will never wither.
Oh well, now I can
Petals
die.
seem to glow. I've never seen anything like it. Thank you, miss. Micah kept her promise, so I guess I'd better try to do the same.
Oh wait, no, I thought you
may
were
not be
fighting to
able
stay
see it,
alive
but then again, the
to
world
see the
is
rose. Now that
moving
you've
out
seen
of
it, you can
time
just
now.
die, right?
I think I can hold on until then.
Mom, I told you Micah would keep her promise. I knew she wouldn't let us down. Not in a million years.
Oh, we've only been around for a
Right,
couple hundred
sweetie.
years per the
Miss
lore,
Micah,
sweetie.
She really was a savior, wasn't she? Our savior.
No, I'm actually the one who brought you the Phantom Rose. Oh, I guess she obtained it somewhere. So we got some money. Purple Lightning Garment Grid. Oh, hey. That's worth getting. And some decent stat rewards. Purple Lightning outfit, huh?
The Phantom Rose, a ghostly name for a beautiful blossom that supposedly never withers or dies.
Anyway, I'm just doing some exposition right now, so... Yeah, I'm surprised by this one. Faster than lightning. Voices from the Grave. This one's still going on. Maybe it spawns these other quests. The Avid Reader and the Girl Who Cried Wolf are ruined forever. Rose by any other name is complete. We got Purple Lightning. So let's see what Purple Lightning's about. Garb imbued with the soul of the ninja grants the wearer access to the dark and secret arts of ninjutsu. Okay, Flame and Flood. Increase ATB recovery by 25 and maximum ATB by 75. That actually sounds pretty good. I don't know how good Flame and Flood are, though. Go find something that I'm not going to use anyway, like Mist Wizard. Amazon Warrior would be one. Protect Thief is coming from the sword, right? Yeah, Soul of the Warrior. Gives maximum HP by 5, physical damage by 10. Not a bad physical one at all. But if I went with unleashes a Faraga spell that does physical damage. Interesting. Unleashes a Blizzaga spell that does physical damage. This one actually seems like it's a pretty good class, but Dangerous Blossom has a very specific purpose, which is that it's my guard one. Velvet Bouncer is... I'm not trying to delete this schema, what the hell? Velvet Bouncer is Strength plus 10. Why am I using this one? Because it's got high strength. It has Blitz built in, which is kind of a waste of a slot. 2 slots being used up. No, I think I'll stick with this. The thing about using that ninja class would be that it's got fast recovery. Right now I've got ATB plus 5 on this one. And that's because of this. But if I were to go to... This would be ATB plus 5, ATB plus 5. I don't know why it's got those 2 plus 5s. I'm confused about this. But anyway, so we passed that.
Micah wasn't the savior. The only voice of God she heard was in her own head. But even if she was delusional, the hope and promise she provided was real. For those two, she was undeniably the real savior.
Sure.
Hey, it's the lady who's not the savior again.
Even if I think I'm the real savior, in someone else's eyes, I would probably seem as foolish and mad as that poor girl might to me.
Rubrio.
I'm sorry, miss, but it doesn't look like I can help you. At least, not just yet.
So there's somebody we're supposed to be trying to talk to in the Warren. For a specific quest. Morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I guess that would still be the morning, though.
The dark is coming.
The moon brightens up the sky.
What you got, Lackley?
You really should know your limit. Lackley. Hey, wake up.
You know what?
Excuse me,
It's 2:30 in the morning. Maybe he needs to just
but
sleep.
how is it you know Lackley?
I don't know him too well, but he asked me to find his lost fiancée. I've come to tell him about this lead I found.
Okay, at least I found the
About
right guy.
Filiana? But where did...
At a restaurant.
I'm Filiana, and I'm disguised by
Now,
wearing this incredibly
there was an
conspicuous
old
hat.
woman working there who wore the same ring that Lackley gave to his fiancée. And when her
Oh, she
health
figured out how to
failed,
age.
that woman went to stay with a friend who lived in... Huh.
What is it? Is there something wrong with my hat?
Deeply.
According to the man I talked to at the restaurant, the friend who came to pick up the elderly lady was wearing an unusual hat. You seem familiar enough with Lackley. You also knew Filiana's name.
And
Was
you've
it
got a
you?
weird hat.
Let me explain. Lackley and Filiana and I are friends from long ago.
We're actually friends
I'm
from Final
Sierra,
Fantasy IV.
And yes, I'm the one who escorted that old woman from the shop in Yusnan.
I'm a professional
Care to tell me
escort.
why?
Sure, but can we go elsewhere? I don't want Lackley to hear this.
Lackley in here
There's a
anything right
graveyard
now. He's
with
just
no name.
he's
You know of
completely
it, don't
wasted.
you? It's beyond North Station, on the outskirts of town.
We go all the way out there. Fine.
Oh, good. He's still sleeping. Come to the graveyard later so we can talk.
Well, I mean, I can do that, although hopefully this doesn't mean that it's a whole other day I'm supposed to do this shit on. Side quests. Get the girl. She proposed to meet lightning in the Forsaken Graveyard. Well, yeah, I mean, we can do that. So, let's keep heading out this way and go straight to the Forsaken Graveyard. Sure, no problem, we can do this. Can even fight a Robotron on the way.
Okay, let's do this. Time to mix it up.
Haven't played in a minute.
Unfurl the wings of death.
This thing doesn't get a lot of turns, but we staggered it just as we killed it. I know it's like the feather motif is weird, but in a goofy like Ninja Gaiden 2, the Dark Sword of Chaos kind of way, that is kind of a cool looking sword that we stole from Kai's. Alright, let's head for the Forsaken Graveyard. See what kind of plot goodness we can get going here.
I hear that the Shadow Hunter is what them higher ups in
The Shadow Hunter. There must be some quest somewhere that involves talking to this kid.
Huh? You do not want...
Clearly, there must be one. Anything worth playing with while we're here? I mean, I could... No, these are level 2. I don't think there's really anything worth playing with here. Fatal Sweep. Extend stagger time, eh? May launch them into the air, extend stagger time. There is nothing to be messed with here. Hey, it's Pete Seeger.
Come again.
He was involved in a quest a long time ago, and will spend the rest of time standing there going, "Come again." We might encounter a Mian Octocon guy in this route. Used to run into them sometimes in the early game. And they're like one of the only enemies that I can't extinguish. Unless I'm gravely mistaken, we basically are just letting the time run out here And, I mean, suppose I could I could fight it, 'cause now that I know we get all our EP back at a certain hour. But there's Scylla. As soon as I was thinking about pausing, there she shows up.
Thanks for coming. Before I tell you anything, can you promise you won't pass this information on to Lackley?
No.
That depends on what you have to say.
Good enough.
I suppose that's fair enough. I hardly know where to begin, though.
How about I start then? The old woman working at that restaurant in Yusnan had the same ring as Lackley's, the same as his fiance's. Why?
Yeah.
For the most obvious reason, of course. That old woman was none other than Filiana, the person Lackley's been trying so hard to find.
So she's the only one who
After she met
aged?
him, she began working under a fake name.
She was
Not
known as
surprising.
Fake Enormous.
The way Lackley described her. Well, she's not what I expected.
He wasn't lying. She was a real beauty, once. We don't know how or why, but something happened to her.
She
In this
overtanned.
world where everyone stopped aging, she was the one and
Yeah,
only
okay,
person
so
who
that
managed
doesn't
to
make
grow
any
older
sense,
in the
game.
past
You
years.
can't just say,
It began
we don't know
right
how or
around
why,
the time
but,
she
and then...
Lackley first got engaged.
But why?
But
would it
why?
be possible for one person alone to escape the stasis in this world?
We're not
And
going
are
to
you
bother to
saying That's
explain.
why she left Lackley and disappeared from his life.
She said the last thing she wanted to do was become a burden to him. But I know she missed him. She always wanted to know how he was doing. She loved nothing more than hearing stories about him, no matter how banal they were. Back when she could still walk, she told me how she
Is
would
that your
sometimes pass
quiddity?
by him in the streets. She never said anything to him, and he never could have guessed that the old woman he saw was his beloved fiancée.
That's why he never found her after all this time, no matter how hard he searched.
Because she didn't want to be
Yes.
found, yep.
Year after year, she aged more and more, and her body began at last to fail. She's free from that pain now. Finally.
I just
see.
urinated on her
I'm glad
grave.
she was able to find peace.
Through death.
No, Lackley.
Why did you follow? This is so stupid. Like, this really is like the lamest quest ever.
I wouldn't have cared how old my Filiana looked. I loved her with every fiber of my being.
You can tell by my sweet sunglasses.
With her until the end of the world.
The character model's kind of letting down the voice acting here. Okay, buddy.
Lackley.
Lackley, ... I am emotionally engaged in what is happening, ... Please reward me with a new costume or some stats.
Remember what you told me before when we met? If there's still hope in this world, maybe I'll find Filiana, right?
I remember saying that, so now I've just proven there's no hope.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Shut up! I'm trying to give you my soul! Here, take this dress sphere!
I can't wait around for any god or savior.
Even one with the sweet butt cheeks that are showing through her armor like you!
At least in my heart, I'll know she's watching over me from somewhere. I'm
Come,
done being a
Putina.
fool who runs to the bottle every time something goes wrong. That's not me.
So what he just really needed to know was that his girlfriend was dead, and now he's like ready to be a new man.
The man I used to be. That's what she would want.
Actually, she specifically told me before she died that she doesn't want you to get better. Also, she likes my hat. Says Catwoman.
You've helped me find some hope of my own, while I was supposed to be looking for yours.
Yeah, well, and we'll never forget the name. Lackley, was it? Yeah. We got exotic shades. And some stat rewards. We didn't get a new dress fair, though. And we just get some shit shot into our chest.
I just came to visit my Filiana for a while.
Uh-huh. And Scylla just stops being a character, period. Okay, well, there's no enemies for us to encounter out here, so at this point, I really don't know what we do with this last hour. We kind of need to, I tell you what, it's a bit silly, but I know we've got quests left that we didn't do in the wall plans. Oh. We've also got these universal quests. We just gotta try to figure out where one of them is.
Welcome in.
He's got nothing new, so never mind. What's up, Chocobocolina?
I hope you can make everyone's wishes come true. Everyone!
We are the night patrol. We like to party, party, party. Sorry, that's I became aware Hulk Hogan recorded a song called Beach Patrol back in the day, which was terrible, as you would expect. And the refrain was, "We are the Beach Patrol. We like to party, hardy, hardy." So, of course, seeing the dawn. Up for a game, there's a hotel in the Revelers' quarters of Yuznan. You should know which one. Anyway, every night at 7 o'clock, I leave my lamp as a loser, but only until 4 in the morning when I take it back again. Okay. Is there anyone that's like here in town? Turbo Booster in Yuznan. Great. Perhaps the research camp, someone would have known me. Old-fashioned photo frame. The wildlands lie secluded to a polter in terms of our spurs. Digging mysteries. Of course, there's 2 archaeological relics that have not yet been plundered by the bandits, so I'd love to examine them. Alright, so I probably want to have a fac to go looking for these. But, I kind of wanted to get to the Dead Dune, or the Wildlands anyway, because I need to be picking up, I have more quests to do there than anywhere else. This one is only until 4 in the morning. What time is it now?
You did a fantastical job!
Yeah, it's already, but we won't be able to get there in time for that one.
That was fantastic. Miss Mighty saved...
Booster comes on automatic 11, and the indicator light stays on until 4. Well, the other thing I could do is
I use to transform into a beautiful human lady.
I just thought I'd mention that to you randomly. I could throw down the thing to freeze time and then go to Yuznan and fight in the Super Death Arena.
This is where you can purchase your tickets.
Just to see if there's anything useful to be done here. The courage to love. A man who watched a woman and noticed her. Oh, wait. A man who watched a woman who noticed... Never mind. If you just summoned the courage earlier, they could have spent the last 500 years together. I don't know. Neither of them seems to have a whole lot of depth to their personalities. I feel like they would have gotten tired of each other. At any rate, I'm going to call it a video here. Hopefully this isn't a completely wasted trip to Yuznan, but if it is... I don't know. We're at a stage of the game where I just am running around trying to do quests. I need to get... There's some time-sensitive ones in Luxarian, and I don't want to spend too long in Yuznan, but we'll see what happens next time. Bye-bye.